Alright, welcome to Quantics. Now in this tutorial, I'll be putting us through how to mark up a bill of quantity professionally. Alright, now we already know what a bill of quantity is. Alright, a detailed legal construction document, right, that contains the estimate for a project in summary. All right, now a bill of quantity professionally, if you don't know, has two parts or is divided into two. A bill of quantity for a project, we have the cost and we have the price. I'll say it again: cost and then the price. The cost bill is the cost BOQ. The cost bill is that bill that doesn't have any markup, no profit and overhead. That is the cost bill. Right? This is what it will cost me to execute this particular project. Now, the priced bill is that bill that carries your markup. I hope we're getting it. That carries your markup. Kobankaba. Yawa. Now, because if you don't have a cost bill, you can't have a priced bill. Kunjiko. Alright, let's see what I'm talking about now. Let's take for instance, I have this bill in front of me now. You can see on the screen here. It says 230M is a bill of finishing BOQ. That's why you're not saying substructure, right? But you still teach us what we want to learn. Alright. It says wall is 17,500. This is cost. This is cost. 230mm wall. Cost. This is what it will cost me to execute. I don't have any markup on it. Now, what we normally do, I know that's what you used to do. You just say come here times 1.3 and you have it to be 22,750. Then you go to the next one, you multiply again times 1.3 and you got it to be 18,850. all right, now if I do another one here and I say times 1.3 and I do another one here and I say times 1.3, all right, I've added markup to this by multiplying it by whatever I am marking out BOQ with. In this case, I'm marking it up with 30%. So my profit here, profit and overhead here is 30%. That's why I see I multiply by 1.3. all right, okay. Now, what if after the review by the management they said no, we don't want to use 1.3 or we don't want to use the profit and overhead of 30%. We want to use the profit and overhead of 45% because of the nature of the project. I'll come back again. I'll start changing this to 1. What did I say? 45 or 40? 45 for this. I'll now change this one again to 1.45. I'll now change this one by 1.45. I mean, some BOQ we have like 1,000 items. I'll be changing 1.45, 1.45, 1.45, and they say okay, let's bring it down to 1.4. I will come back again. Am I in water? In our water? Good. So that is basically what we're talking about. Now, how do I mark up my bill of quantity professionally? We're going to come to this place though. We cannot dodge it. We are going to come to it, right? But there are better ways we can do it and achieve a better result, so that when they say take it to 1.4, take it to 1.5, or take it, mark it up by 50% or 60%, whatever it is, you can easily achieve it. Now, another thing you need to understand: professionally, bill of quantity has the civil part, it has a specialist part. The civil works are your normal block work, excavation, concrete works, right? We have some items that are specialist based. Take for instance aluminium doors and windows. That's a specialist work. Except your company is into installation of, your construction company also have uh, an aluminium company as a subsidiary. It's a specialist work. It's a work you give to somebody to execute, a specialist to execute. Take for instance piling is a specialist work. Take for instance ceiling, it's a specialist work. Right, now why am I bringing out these points? The reason is you give it out to a contractor, he gives you his quote, and then you mark it up. The way you're going to mark civil works is not the same way you will mark up specialist work in our water. Don't say this one you just put everything 30% or everything 20% or everything 50%. Your BOQ will not be competitive. Kunjiko, it will not be competitive. So you need to separate civil works and specialist works. And there are some others that are also either provisional sums or PC sums. We've discussed this in our previous classes. PC sum for specialist work, provisional sum for the sums of money provided in bill of quantity for items that are not that will not cannot be fully captured during the time of preparing the estimate. Right? Those other items also. How do we deal with them? Right. So I'll try and ensure this doesn't take too much time, but let's go straight to the point. First of all, I want to mark up this bill of quantity. There are so many, as you can see from here. Right? So let us see how we mark up this bill of quantity professionally. There are two things. This should be a part one. There are other things I'm going to teach also after this video, how to prepare a markup sheet, a profit and overhead sheet, a profit and overhead analysis sheet. Very important tutorial you don't want to miss because it is very interesting. Now, let's say I want to mark up this bill. Firstly, as a quantity surveyor professionally, let's call here civil and let us call here specialist. Our work takes time, let's say this is one. It takes time. You have to give it time to get the best. All right, now I want to mark up this bill of quantity. Right, as a QS you don't wait until when you are under pressure, especially if you are tendering for a particular job. You don't wait until when you're under pressure. You try as much as you can to be proactive. You know what is expected of you and you take steps to achieve it. All right, firstly I want to link this rate to these items I have here. What do I mean? This is to 1.3. all right, I want this is multiplied by G1 or G2. I have linked this rate to this particular column, this particular cell. All right, and let's do another one. This is G2. I want to do everything like all the civil work like that. This is this. I didn't remove my 1.3. all right, this is this. I don't need it here. This is 0. Right, same thing happens here. I will link up everything to that particular cell. All civil works will be linked. This is already linked. I will link up all civil work. Now, if you can see this item here is a PC sum. It's a PC sum. You don't put markup on it, sir. QS. You don't put markup on a PC sum or a provisional sum. You don't mark it up. Once it is the client that keeps it there. Okay, then we have this. Don't worry, we're stopping now. Now this is it. So every one of them civil works. You see, they are all linked to G2. Now, what does this mean? When my superiors, the management says, okay, on this project, this Perunku project, we want to give them a markup of 50% because of the nature of the client and the nature of the project. 50%. All right, Mr. QS, profit and overhead of 50%. All I need to do is to come here. 50% is 1.5. I have marked it up by 50%. Civil works. Let me show us a specialist work quickly. I hope I get one quickly. All these are, you see them, I highlighted them in what's this color? Not pink and not orange. A mix of pink and orange to get that particular color. I hope I have a specialist work here. Do I? Okay, yes. Ceiling finishes. Now you can see ceiling finish. Ceiling is a specialist work, right? Don't mind this. I differentiate my BOQs so that I know. Mentioning the color, I know it's a specialist work. All right. Now H2. You can see it here. This is H2. This is 488. Now come here. This is H2. You see, specialist work are linked to this cell here. Or I'll tell you the purpose. Now let me put this here at 1 point. So let's say the specialist work, the management says mark it up at 30%. So this becomes 1.3 because you won't mark them up the same thing. Your bill will be out of competitiveness. Now after review, you say, this bill seems high. It is high. Can we try 45% and see what is going to be? Let us change our markup to 45%. Now, if I had done 1.45, I go to B, I did 1.45. I go to C, I did 1.45. It becomes very tedious because I have to come back and start changing each and every 1001 item in our water. Now, because I've taken my time to link everything to one cell, it becomes easy to manipulate. It says 45%, okay, 1.45. Chakam, Obaigo, everything becomes set. Okay, take specialist to 1.2 or 20%. 1.2. Chakam, all the specialists there are already linked. And you say, okay, take it to 30%. Do profit and overhead 30%. This 45 also seem very high. Do profit and overhead at 40%. Okay, I said 30%. All I need to do is to come here 1.3. Check everything is linked and then everything goes to 30% immediately. All right. Now, you may say, okay, what if you want to send to the client? You're a QS, man. You're not going to send this bill to the client. It's not like you send PDF to the client, or you delink before you send to the client. Ensure you say it's either send PDF or you delink. You save as. Use your Akanuche. Use Akonuche. You save as first, then you delink, then you send to the client. This becomes your property. Any day, anytime you can come back to it to make reference. I hope we get it. I'll end it here. This is what I just want us to know. In the next video, I'll show us how to prepare these sheets. 1.3, 1.2. I'll show us how to prepare this particular sheet and how you can advise your management from it. All right, now this is what I just want to put us through today in this particular video on how to mark up your bill of quantity professionally. Don't ask me to share my bill with you. You can see this bill. Don't ask me to share it with you. Get your own bill, do it, send it to me to review for you if you actually want to do something. All right, this is Categorizing. I hope you learned a thing or two. as a professional QS. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.